Today, we're taking a look at the TONOR Q9 USB Microphone Kit. It has everything you need to get up and running for streaming, podcasting, Skype, and Zoom. But is it worth your attention? Let's find out. So we're going to be using this microphone for the entirety of this video, so you're going to find out quickly if this microphone is offering what you need. Let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so inside the box we have our typical microphone kit stuff. We have our pop filter, pretty standard, just connected to your pop filter, no, your boom arm. We have our pop sock. We'll be using that for this video later on. We also have our shock mount. We have a USB cable for the microphone. We have our desktop clamp, so you actually connect your arm to your desk. And we have our boom stand to hold the microphone and to connect to our desk. And of course, the life of the party, or the guest of the party, or the honor of the party, whatever you want to say, the TONOR Q9 microphone. Now, the Q9 microphone is all plug and play. You can use it with Windows, Mac, Linux, and even PS4. So plug and play all around. So let's talk about specifics. I'm going to rattle a bunch of numbers that probably won't make sense to you. They don't make sense to me. I kind of like to use my ears, but I'll explain it to you in layman's terms what all those numbers mean. So let's get straight to the features and products. No, features, whatever. Let's get to it. Great sound of fidelity. All right. Equipped with a 16mm large diaphragm. Now, that's good. The bigger the diaphragm, the better. It means there's more of a diaphragm there to capture voice and do stuff with it. If you got a really small diaphragm, expect your microphone to overload a lot. So the bigger the diaphragm, the better. We've got a 16mm diaphragm right now. It has a wide frequency. Oh, I'm losing my voice. It has a wide frequency response, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and a professional sound chip. Hello, Mr. Professional Sound Chip. Are you in there? Hello, are you in there? Hello. There's a professional sound chip in there, if you didn't know. The Q9 microphone provides a perfect combination of clarity, warmth, extended dynamic range, and high SPL capability. The cardioid condenser capsule enables the Q9 to capture pristine and accurate sound and cancel noise from surroundings. Perfect for recording and communicating, which is exactly what we're doing right now. I'm recording myself while communicating to you. Okay, so there goes your features and benefits, but let's actually talk about the mic itself. Off the bat, when I had the mic in my hand, it's a cool looking mic. You know, it's really slick, really pristine. It's got this tubular effect, dude, because it's like tube. It's almost like you can take your paper towel roll and just kind of like slide it across, and you could be used it to kind of spindle your paper towel or whatever. You get the idea. The microphone's tubular. It's got a nice matte black. It's got a black finish, but let's look around this part right here, the grill of the microphone. It's not metal, like most high-ender, like more premium microphones. It's all kind of like shredded, and you kind of see like this these dots around it, almost like it's giving you the illusion that it's perforated, like air is actually going through. I really don't see it. I'm not really sure where my voice is going through it. I know this is the direction that it's picking up my mic, but I don't see any kind of like holes that I'm looking at to show like, oh, okay, there it goes. It just kind of looks, it's a bumpy pattern, whatever. We're already a couple minutes into this microphone review, and you should have a good sense already if you like the sound of the microphone. I'll jump ahead and tell you all. I'll jump ahead because I've already done my test with this microphone. But I like the way it sounds, but more on that. If we look closer at the microphone, we have our little blue dot, as I mentioned before. Whatever. We have our blue dot, as we mentioned before. I wish that light was a little brighter, but it's cool. At least I know when that light is pointing at me, I know the mic's pointing at me. We have our volume button, a plus and a minus volume button, where every time you press it, either goes 5% up or 5% down. So that's a really cool feature. And also on top of that, using the volume buttons, if you hold down the volume button for an extended period of time, the microphone actually turns off. So there you go. Uncle Sam cannot listen to you when the mic is turned off. Or can he? Now let's touch on to the whole crazy numbers from this microphone. Off the bat, this microphone does yield a better sound than most budget microphones. In a previous review, I reviewed the TONOR TC777 budget microphone. That was a $40 microphone. This is a $70 microphone kit, meaning that includes everything. So you got 40 and 70. Now, the TONOR CC was a good microphone. It was an okay microphone. It did some things okay. It was a perfectly good first beginner microphone if you're just trying to record and communicate like we're doing right now. But this microphone yields a better performance. It improves on everything that microphone did, while also giving us a fuller, warmer, richer experience with my voice. It's kind of the frequency range is wider, where my voice is not always in the high end like that microphone or other budget microphones. So off the bat, this microphone does a better job of that compared to that microphone. Now, how does it hold up against more premium microphones? Well, it doesn't, obviously, for $70. But within that price range, expect some good performance from this microphone. Now, one main thing I want to point out from the previous microphone that I was talking about, the TC777, it had this really bad problem of having a whine in. It had this really bad problem of having a whine in the signal, right? Where I had no idea what was coming out. I had no idea where that was coming from. But great news, the AC just kicked on. So if you hear it, there you go. Now you have a sense of how it deals with the AC. So there was a whine in the previous microphone, right? I'm happy to say that in this microphone there is no whine whatsoever. It's good. You don't want your microphones offering additional signals outside from your voice. Now, the microphone does have some self noise, which is inherent with most microphones. Every microphone is going to have some kind of self noise, whether it's louder or softer compared to others. This one does have some self noise. Now, it's not horrible. If you're familiar with using some kind of noise reduction within your audio software, such as Audition or even Audacity, you can get rid of that sound, no problem. In 2 clicks, that sound is gone. And like I said previously, I'm already liking the way this microphone sounds, and I forgot to put this on, so let's put this on. There we go. So now we're protecting ourselves from plosives. All right, so we talked about the microphone. Really good looking microphone. I'm liking the way it sounds. For $70 for the entire microphone kit, I think it's a good deal. So let's get into the microphone kit itself. It's your standard boom arm. Everything that comes with this is your typical white labeled stuff, right? If you ever got a budget microphone, or if you're ever going to get a budget microphone, this same boom arm, clamp, shock mount, you're going to get it. It's generic white label stuff. Now, what's good about this is that if you're going to have this set up within your office space or your setup space, don't move it, okay? This stuff was not built to last, but it does get the job done. All right, so make sure whatever your setup is, leave it like that and ride out with that for as long as you can. Now, if you have aspirations of getting further into, like, say, podcasting or some kind of hosting or whatever, obviously you're going to look at better equipment down the line. But as of right now, this is going to take care of that job, especially if you're starting out, beginner, gift, present, whatever. It does a great job. Okay, especially as a desk clamp arm holding your microphone. Now, my only gripe is the shock mount. This is not a gripe of the shock mount for this particular microphone. This is a gripe with a shock mount for all white label microphones. Okay, it's a little disappointing because I don't know if you can see it right now. I'll probably show you from a different angle. The way it's constructed, the circle, the ring that's around the microphone, it's kind of off axis. Right, so it just kind of looks like weird. I want it to be straight, but it's weird. The rubber band is being pulled on just an extra bit by this clamp here, that's supposed to let you move the mic around, but it's getting in the way of the rubber band. It's kind of giving that shape. Whatever. What are you gonna do? But yeah, that's the only thing. You can always find a different shock mount if you wanted to kind of improve that look, but that's what you get. But you probably wouldn't have noticed unless I actually told you. All right, so let's actually test the shock mount. I'm going to tap on the desk and we're going to see how well it works. And that's our shock mount test. All right, so one final test that I like to do. Let's get into it. We're going to play some Fortnite and see how this microphone sounds like. Whoops. We're going to see how this microphone sounds like over some gameplay. Okay, so we're in, and I'm not going to lie to you. When it comes to Fortnite, I capital S-U-C-K when it comes to this game. But we're just going to do a sound test, right? So off the bat, you can tell that this microphone does a good job as far as handling. over gameplay. When I was doing my test, I was pretty surprised. I was like, wow, this sounds really good. Doesn't even sound like I'm actually using a budget microphone. Super impressed, super satisfied, and I was just like, wow, this is good. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind, sometimes if maybe like you're streaming and you've just got so many things going on, I like the volume button on the microphone. Let's just say you're anticipating for you to scream like a maniac, right? You can go ahead, press that volume down on the microphone, so you can scream your lungs out without overblowing the signal or overblowing the microphone and whatever. All right, let's finish this review. Okay, so my final thoughts on the TONOR Q9 Microphone Kit. You know, I gotta say, when I'm reviewing these budget microphones, I'm always pleasantly surprised. I always expect the worst, but I always come out like, wow, like these budget microphones are slowly getting better and better and better over time, and they're not as bad as you think they are. Keep in mind, I'm a professional voice actor, so I'm used to using high quality microphones, and when I come to something like this, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's definitely not bad, especially if you just want to do streaming, podcasting, YouTube videos. It definitely serves that itch for taking care of the for doing those things. So for $70, I think it definitely deserves your attention. There could be other options out there, yes, but I definitely think this should be one of the options you should keep in mind. USB, very simple, plug and play, work on your PS4. Volume on the microphone, which actually works out pretty well, really simple. It's a nice looking microphone. It's not ugly at all. Comes with a microphone kit, and that's it. Really happy with it, and best of all, it has a good sound, right? And that's what we're really all about. Okay, guys. If you find this video helpful, go ahead, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead, subscribe. And as always, I'm going to keep on pounding it until it's understood. Learn, do, and share. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.